Unboxing the Battlestar Galactica vault. How do you unbox a book? Well, this is how you unbox a book when it's a book like this. Doesn't look like a normal book. It has a magnetically attached flap. Opens up to reveal the original Galactica. And there are pouches on the inside. Front and back cover. And in the middle, a sort of coffee table book all about Battlestar Galactica. Beginning with the original series, of course. Ralph McQuarrie concept art is in abundance. Some behind-the-scenes pictures. Design work for the Cylons and the Imperious leader. There's the chimp who was in Muffet, the Robo-Daggett in the original series. More special effects work. Base stars. Lots of cool stuff for the original series. And Galactica 1980, if you choose to admit that that show existed. Then we get to the Reimagining. As a coffee table book, it is somewhat light on details, but it does include some cool tidbits, including the fact that in the original series, they decided to make their laser blasters not have beams so as to legally distinguish itself from Star Wars. That didn't stop Star Wars and 20th Century Fox from suing Universal and Galactica. Glenn Larson. There's a little bit of detail about the abortive Bryan Singer DeSanto version from pre-9/11. Not much detail though, no real pictures about it. Lots of cool tidbits, including this missive that went out with the shooting script. If I can find it. These couple of pages about how naturalistic they were going to treat the science fiction of Battlestar Galactica helped convince Edward James Olmos to join the show. You can find this online in case you want to read it in detail. After the production of Galactica, it moves right into Caprica. There's some Surge concept art. Cylon prototype art. I was pleasantly surprised that the book did not give Caprica short shrift. There's some detail on the mythology of the original series, how it was based on chariots of the gods. There's the Ship of Light. And then it moves into the mythology of the new series as well. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at the Tomb of Athena. And then talks about the legacy of the show, some on the music, how the word frack has entered our lexicon. Let's get to the cool stuff. Inside the pouches. Alright. The fleet, the ragtag fleet from the original series. Certainly not every ship in the fleet. There were 220 ships in the original ragtag fleet. A reprint of the Ralph McQuarrie poster that was used as promo art for the original series. I'm guessing that might be Cassiopeia. Kind of reminds me of Head 6. Tricia Helfer from the new series. Note the original design of the Cylon base star. A pretend folder of storyboards from the original series. scaled down look at various sequences from the pilot episode, Saga of a Star World. Another replica of shots from shooting the pilot, including the death of President Adar, Apollo, and Zach. From the Reimagined series, a replica of the Book of Pythia, the Sacred Scrolls. As the author of Lords of Kobol, this would have come in handy. Most of the words included in here are gibberish. That's the Temple of Aurora on Earth, Earth 1. And you can't read a lick of anything there. You can read a little bit there. And I used some of that in my book. Here's a drawing of ancient city of the gods on Kobol. The opera house in the center. The forum to the left. Here's the familiar part from the back pouch. Alright. Here's a printout from the Galactica CIC. Note the cut corners. Messages from the fleet as the Cylon attack begins. This is a cool one. A long piece all about creating the Cylons. Beginning with the original series, of course, moving toward the reimagining. And Razor. Razor, of course, featuring the restyled original type Cylons. And a couple of guys from Caprica. This one in particular I found interesting. I don't recall ever having seen that image before. Yet for my Lords of Kobol book number 5, I created predecessors to Cylons on Kobol. And I designed them to look like that. Circular eye, rounded head. Kind of similar, I thought. Who knows, maybe I did in fact see that drawing some time ago and then just kind of mentally stored it away. Reproductions of colonial currency. Colonial treasury, 7th millennium of time. 100 cubits, I assume. It's a square. I don't know what kind of wallets the colonials had, but nonetheless. There's a 1,000 bill, a 1,000 cubit bill. 500. Script reproduction from Saga of a Star World, the pilot episode of the original series. And also, interestingly, a map from the Battlestar Pegasus. In the Reimagined series, this is, of course, a map from Pegasus. But it includes notes and drawings made, supposedly, by Starbuck. I've looked at it quite a bit, but I can't really fathom any meaning from it beyond what we saw in the episode. There was no new info on it. It's just a cool thing to have. If you look at the top there, Pegasus Computational Section, that's written in the original Star Trek series font, while the text beneath it is pseudo-Latin nonsense. But there you go. That is the Battlestar Galactica vault. Thanks for watching.